What's up, guys? Vince Righty here, and welcome to a Vince Talk. It's a Vince Talk, and yeah, pretty much I'm doing this with a different type of setup. I got my phone planted on a charger, and pretty much it's kind of like a few inches away from my face this time, which means it's not in front of me, but it's almost as if I'm talking to someone as I'm like I don't know. It's hard to explain, but basically it's like on the table this time instead of usually me holding it. But yeah, welcome to VinzTalk. Hopefully you can hear me correctly. But yeah, so pretty much there's a couple of stuff I actually have, a couple of updates here and there. I got like the whole braces thing. By the way, I actually did a video with my friend Stefan. I'm still kind of in the loops of I'm still trying to decide if I should release it or not, because I just realized like Stefan, like he goes off. I feel like he goes off and shows no mercy to you kids at all. He just goes off. Like I'm talking about the moment that he talk like he goes in and in, and there's a part of me where I'm like, okay, well this is a little too much. I didn't really say anything because that's my best friend, but I feel like yeah, that's probably a bit. I don't even know actually. We might have to re-record and level things out because it's basically a video of me explaining much more why I'm quitting Webtoon or why I'm just not coming back and stuff like that. It's just some reveals, but there's a slight chance that you might see it. Maybe in the link in the description below, I could give it to you and just show you like, hey, this unlisted video. But I'm not sure if I should publish. I don't know. I'm thinking of re-recording it. Just me and Stefan again. Because we also didn't talk about news or anything like that in there. I wish that would happen, but I just realized that that's not what the Vince Talk podcast is about. It's usually just me talking to the other individual, like how's it going, and pretty much so on and so on. So yeah, we're about to get it started. Let me see what else I have here. Oh yeah, I have a new gaming group. I have a group. It's on Discord. But it's a group that you don't know about. I'm just telling you that it's a gaming group that is also a Christian group. So if they see this video, shout outs to you. You might be seeing this, you might not. It didn't go perfect as it planned. It's still something I'm trying to get used to. And I think I was doing it with Stefan as well when meeting the group, aka online. And I don't know, that didn't go well, to be honest. But hopefully this time it does go well, because it's going to be me this time with just them and a few people. And just out of all days, it's close to it pretty much is close to Valentine's Day, which it's just another freaking holiday. uh Listen, I'm single. I don't even have anything planned for Valentine's Day. That was not ever in my peripheral vision. I was just like celebrating, but whoever is celebrating Valentine's Day, hey, look at you. All right, congratulations, you did it, I don't know. I don't mean to be salty, but who freaking cares, right? Whatever. The thing is, here's the thing about Valentine's Day. I think the nicest people, and I don't see this a lot online, or maybe it's not, I just don't care, but whoever is flexing about their couples or something, I guess that's the day to do it. It's the day where I'm like, yeah, I'm not surprised, whatever, you show your wife, you show your husband and stuff like that. Maybe if I found someone, I would do the same thing, but I don't know. I just wasn't hungry for it. I think people were, especially either on Discord or on this channel, were curious, like, oh man, who did you see or did you find? Especially my family. My family's annoying with that stuff. Like, when are you gonna get a girlfriend, Vince? Gosh, I don't know, Mom. Yeah. Happy Valentine's to those that are celebrating, and to those that are not, big ups to you. Okay, big ups to you. Living your best life or something. It's just like whoever is celebrating Valentine's, wherever is with someone, it is challenging nowadays, just how expensive it is out there. But other than that, it's also cold out there. Like, whoever's selling Valentine's at this day, you're going somewhere to eat, wear extra coats. The cold is crazy. I mean, it's not that crazy here in California, but it's crazy out there. There is snow up to 10 feet in places where I don't live. Like, specifically, especially here in America, man, The cold has been annoying. I would try to work out and stuff like that, and it's just like, man, can someone turn the heater on? Is the heating bill too much for y'all? Is that what's going on? Anyways, but yeah. Oh yeah, and I guess that's it. Also, braces are coming soon. I have a dental appointment soon, and yeah, have to change my eating habits. I gotta get a bunch of fruits and stuff. Man, I was in the glimpse of really trying some delicious desserts in here and there, and maybe I can still do that. So, for those that has braces, it would be nice to let me know, like, hey, is it hard? Is it a problem? I don't know. I pretty much wouldn't know because this is my first time ever having braces ever. But it's also gonna. One thing I'm worried about is how I'm gonna sound. Like I don't know if it's gonna affect my talking. I know that YouTube is not my job, but it's still something that I pursue to do because I have plans for this channel. Lots of plans. Ever since I stopped doing the whole Let's Read and something like that, which I'm more happy. I could have been more happy just to quit doing Let's Reads and Webtoons. Listen, I have no choice but to do it. But it's also a very awkward question if someone asks me, well, don't you miss it, Vince? And if I guess I have to be honest and say, no, I don't. I literally keep getting requests and I never enjoyed that. And the fact that I'm reading webtoons again without the worry of me trying to record it or anything like that, there's something so fulfilling about that. Yes, there's other webtoons that I really want to catch up on. If anything, I haven't really touched the webtoon app in a while. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't really touched it much. I just been busy gaming and doing and pretty much looking for a job and working, of course, with my present job that doesn't pay me much, but I'm trying to work hard to hopefully get paid more, if that makes sense. So I don't know. I just don't want the online world to be my center space. I don't want it to be, I just really want to. I feel like this is the year where I want to be out there a bit more instead of just like online all day, because at this point it's so tiring, and it gets to a point where it's like, oh man, I'm kind of tired about this. Can I just like I feel like I need to step back from my computer, you know what I mean? But yeah, I guess that's it. So far, I guess I can go into the news. I guess there's really not a lot, but it's just stuff that I wanted to address and talk about, especially what happened recently. The Super Bowl. Yeah, the Super Bowl happened. And yeah, I never thought it would. Listen, I know how big the Super Bowl is, but I guess this is the first time that President Orange Man is there, so that's cool. Everybody's cheering for the Orange Man because he's the president and he survived all the good. Like at this point, he's like a character, like an action movie character. Trump is pretty much, just getting all the praises, but the ones that are, it's funny because there's like certain other celebrities there that are getting booed, like Taylor Swift, which I'm like, what did Taylor Swift do? Maybe it's something to do with the sports things. And can I just say this? Yeah, football not my thing. I say the same thing with basketball. And if you ever see me with clothes, if you ever know what I look like or something like that, if you ever see me with clothes out there, like we're talking about, if you met me in real life, even though that probably the chances of that happening is not really gonna happen. Who knows? Maybe that might change if maybe for those that I'm collabing with, could be different. But for the actual audience and the few people that ever watch my videos, you're not gonna catch me out there. Let's be real. But when it comes down to me wearing sports clothes, listen, I wear those because chances are I probably just got back from the gym and I'm using those as sweating, okay, and using those as paper, like like paperweights, or just like hey, I guess I might as well throw this in. The thing is that I haven't, I don't really care about sports. I don't care about the Warriors. I don't care about any freaking team in California. Not even the Lakers. Even though, Kobe and, the whole thing with the Lakers and, with the, like, there's stuff in there that is, prized possessions than my whole entire existence. So, but at the same time, I don't freaking care. Okay? Sure enough, I do like to play some, like NBA 2K sometimes. And when I say 2K, I mean the 2K on the PSP or the PS2 or just like those older ones, because I can't take it with the new ones. And there's a reason why, but we're about to get into that later. But yeah, I'm not a sports person. So when it comes down to football, yeah, that's another league of just like me not caring, just me not watching. Okay, I get it because I'm American doesn't mean I'm like I watch any of that stuff at all. But anyways, yeah, Super Bowl. Uh, yeah, that happened. Duh. I know people that like it's not hard to find anybody that doesn't know Super Bowl, and it's probably somebody that isn't American that usually doesn't know what a freaking Super Bowl is. Which I envy them. But yeah, the president was there. I know Taylor Swift got booed there, and I already talked about that. And yeah, the biggest thing that happened there is Kendrick Lamar performing his his album there. That was a big deal. Everybody was talking about it. Of course, it's a whole showcase of just him calling Drake. Or maybe the thing is that there were some songs that were stuff that I didn't know about Kendrick and stuff that I remembered, like that song from the Stars or something it's called. I forget the name, but it was with SZA and it was in the movie Black Panther. And man, what a banger! What a banger! I forget how beautiful this sounds. I'm not sure if it's in representative of within African culture. I wouldn't know, but then again, you know, like Kendrick is African American, so he's allowed to actually really bring back to its roots. And man, it just looks nice. The performance overall amazing. Some people say there was symbolism and blah blah blah, this stuff like that. I mean, sure, there might be. So far, it's not to the point where it's like demonic or anything, which thank goodness. And also, not too religious. I feel like I was like surprised. He did mention God many times in there, and there's this whole thing that that Kendrick calling himself God or something, which is weird. But I don't know any of the religious part when it comes down to Kendrick at all. I just like for his music and how it bumps. And I think, I guess that's it. I don't know. Moving on. I guess I will talk about it, as you can see in the thumbnail here, is Temptation Island, Spain. This has been all over the place. What is it? Montoya? Montoya? Listen, if I still to this day try to understand, like, how did I go to Spanish countries and just like survive off just with no link of Spanish, even though I know how to speak some. I honestly just it would just sound weird from my mouth. To be honest, I'm good with Italian, but when it comes to Spanish, it's like, even though it's similar, it's still like, man, how do this doesn't translate to me? I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my American just showing a bit more instead of my Latin side, but this was all over the place. Montoya, I almost said character, but he's a contestant in one of those dating shows or something. I used to be big on those. If people were like growing up in my times, they might remember this show called G's the Gents. It's not a dating show. I don't like dating shows. I never was a fan of any of them. Like, we're talking about The Bachelor. We're talking about, like, what is it? I do remember, like, this guy, Adam22, from No Jumper, actually having his own version, like, who will be my... Man, that is so just nasty. Like, who would be my next person that can join me with my wife or something like that? It's too graphic to talk about, but I'm like, oh my... Like, that is just messed up. But now, with this right here, I guess this is sort of like in one of those in that caliber of shows, reality shows with contestants and stuff like that. That's in the same vein of just all those other shows that I just mentioned. And Montoya, poor thing, because the thing is that I was looking at this scene and I was like, what would I do in this situation? Because I feel bad for Montoya. Like, he was just like trying to get with someone, and I think there was some like situations here and there before showing this viral scene of him running to the girl that he wanted because the girl was sleeping with his other man. And I feel like how the game works, at least from my knowledge, because it's beyond never, due to the fact that I don't really care about these shows, is that I feel like the woman or the man has the rights to be whoever, and whoever is that can have, if they have consent with the other, then that's okay. So it's kind of like almost the girl's fault in Montoya. People say like, oh, he's overreacting, but the thing is that what would you do in that situation? I can never imagine myself in that show or in that situation at all. That then again, I wouldn't like to be there. If anything, the best expectations is mostly like, yeah, I don't expect anyone, but of course the producers and the writers or whatever, whoever's freaking making this show would look at me and be like, Vince, what are you doing? Can you please just be hungry? And can you be sippy? Can you be more incel? I was like, no. No, instead, I'm about to preach the Bible to all of y'all because y'all need Jesus. Okay, what is this demonic mess? Get out of my face. I ain't no sipping for nobody. No inselling for nobody. I got all the time with the world. I'm out of here. Bye-bye. Like, I know there's no point because, of course, why would I ever be in that type of environment and compete there? I'd rather compete for the Squid Games. I'd rather compete for my life. Like, whatever I seen over there that Mr. Beast has, oh, that looks fun. I would love to do that. Way more, I mean, I wouldn't, but I would like to do that compared to a freaking, like, heartbreaking series. Like, listen, my heartbreak is already tough as it is. Just look at the amount of romances that I've been reading in this channel and that you know me from. Like, people that follow this channel, that know me, that you're watching this video, you know me because I've been doing these webtoon romances, because that stem from me being heartbroken. So imagine me being in a show like that. I feel like I would have a worse crash out than Montoya. I wouldn't want to be in that situation. And I don't blame him for running all the way just to be with the girl because it's kind of confusing. It's like, who's surprised that this happened? But it's viral now. Okay? Like Spain has a viral moment and it's freaking Montoya. Make him the president, why don't you? I don't know. I mean, shoot, I don't realize this was happening, especially when I was in Spain. And I'm talking about this because I've been to these countries, and I'm like, well, is this... I don't really catch that vibe if this is how they act. Or maybe they do. Maybe... I don't freaking know. Maybe the dramatic essence is there. But, I don't know. I can be dramatic. But it's never about romance, that's for sure. I'm living my best life, or at least that's what I said so. I know that for a good reason, I do need somebody. Okay, if you would think I quit Webtoon, that would be a good reason to quit Webtoon. Yeah, I found someone, so I don't have to do with all this BS. But no, it was pretty much my beliefs that I wanted to quit, and also other stuff. I mean, sure, we can get into it, but want to make a proper video talking about that stuff right there. Anyways, let's talk about this other situation going on. Oh, by the way, do you heard about that freaking meteor that's coming? People say that in 2023... No, sorry. 2032. I just switched the numbers real quick. Apparently that there's going to be a meteor. That is like 2% that is gonna come, but then it can be moving the numbers because I think like what he said, and this is information coming from Optimus, my favorite channel, that he said like, yeah, a month ago it was 1%, and now just earlier it was 2%. So listen, I don't want to look at... I'm on my laptop. I could easily look at the data. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that, okay? Listen, we're suffering as much as we is. Do we have to suffer much from this worry? Like, who's surprised that the world's ending like this? Listen, Judgment Day is coming, okay? Turn to God. That's all I can tell you, okay? It's kind of like this. If you want to give up and just live your life, sure. But what about giving up and knowing where your soul goes, okay? Just Think about it. Think about it. Okay? I feel like that's a better decision. At least that's what I'm trying to do. That's why I quit this Webtoon stuff. Listen, I'm trying to repent right now. Shoot. Okay? This is for God. This is not for nobody. I don't want to do this for nobody. Okay? Unless, Jesus tell me like, hey, continue with your Webtoon reads. I'll come back. But the thing is, that's not going to happen because there's a good reason why. So with this meteor coming in 2032, I'm like, for crying out loud, are you telling me that there's a slight chance maybe next year that it could be 80%? Just Listen, when Elon Musk, despite your opinions of him, I don't care about the guy much. Maybe I probably don't like him. It could be in the same vein as Trump, even though like I'd rather have Trump, but I still don't like Trump, okay? And I don't like Elon either. I don't like any of these damn guys. But like he's trying to get us to Mars, and you know what? Take me with you. Get me a ticket. I am trying not to die. Okay? I don't want to see a contrast. Man, shoot, my freaking accent is a catastrophe. But this catastrophe that is going to happen later on, I don't want that. I don't want that smoke, okay? Like, life is too short for this type of stuff. And now we got to worry. That's just great. We worry in this year that the world's ending because I don't freaking know. What information is that coming from? They say the meteor, and they say it's serious. And whoever thought that one of my favorite creators that I trusted talking about this stuff, that's going to happen in the later years. 7 years later, okay? Boom. World is going to have a big tsunami that is the size all the way up to where the planes are. Nope. I'm good. You know what? Take me to the moon. Take me to Mars. Take me to freaking, what's that crater? I know the crater of the moon, okay? I know the places. Take me to Madison Crate. Madison Creek, it's called Madison Crate. You can tell it's freaking named by an American, of course. Good job, NASA. But like just take me there. I'm gonna settle in. I'm gonna get a house there. I'm gonna freaking do the camp van situation there. I don't know. I could be freaking like rover. I'm camping in the rover. I'm camping in the rockets. I'm camping in the crater. I'm sleeping in the crater. It's dusty, but hey, at least I can see. I can have a good old view of the planet just exploding. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's not too deep. I don't know. I don't really know anymore. What is happening in the world? All I can say is this meteor thing happening. I don't want to know it. It's too much. Why did I bring it up? I don't know. The world's ending, it feels like. And next, this is a segue to my point, is that since it's ending, it kind of feels like it in Greece. Right now, I heard that Greece had an earthquake, and now it's triggering the volcanoes. In Santorini, in that area, which is crazy. I was literally in Santorini, like, a few months ago. I was in Greece, okay? Even though it was like, it's supposed to be the Italian tour, took Nona to see Greece. She's like, yeah, this is basically, come on, it's basically like Italy and says, or like, duh, like, didn't y'all like, chill together during the ancient times? Okay, didn't freaking like Eros like chill over there in like, man, I'm hungry for a pizza. Let me go to Naples and try their wet pizza. It's kind of wet though. I'm not gonna lie. It's people say it's wet. Like, yeah, it's kind of wet, but I like the char. It has good char and authentic Italian. Okay, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about like what is going on in Greece, and apparently there seems to be an earthquake going off, and just like the whole volcano chain line is about to go off or something like that. And oh my gosh, it also explains why it's rocky in a sense over there in Greece, which explains why my feet are so freaking sore. I don't know what's up with Europe. Why is every place I walk to, my feet are damn sore? I know I only have a few minutes to be here once the cruise line goes, but at the same time, my feet hurts. This place is supposed to be chill. It's supposed to be chill. Whatever happened to that? Okay, isn't there a word for that, especially in France? But apparently my feet hurt. I can't, says anywhere? Shoot. Maybe it's all that pizza that I've been eating. And I just gained that weight, you know what I'm saying? Just gained that weight. Bada booski. Anyways. But yeah, prayers to Greece. Hopefully they're doing okay. That's sad. That's scary. But glad that I'm not suffering. And then again, wildfires could be coming here any minute. So I don't even know anymore. Speaking of America, back to the US of A. Gulf of America is a thing. Apparently they changed the name. Gulf of Mexico and now Gulf to America. Hallelujah. Whoever thought that day would happen? The thing is that I feel like it's a much more authentic name, to be real. Because Mexico, Canada, in the US of A is part of America. And what are the Americas? Well, it's basically Europe 2.0. Let's just be real. That's what it is, okay? I don't care what people say. That's what it is. And when it comes down to the Americas, from Argentina all the way up to Canada, then there you go. There you go. That's the Americas. Okay? That's the Americas. But yeah, Trump changed the name. Good job, Orange Man. Anyways, gaming. Let's get into gaming. Let's get into the fun stuff that I don't have to worry, knowing that the world's gonna. Anyway, I'll calm down. I'll calm down. Okay. So the PlayStation State of Play just happened, and that's usually what we're all gonna talk about. That's it. So what is going on with the PlayStation State of Play? Wow. There's a new Sonic game. It's a racing cross worlds, and it looks nice. It looks like a much more linear and cleaner when I first played the other previous Sonic racing game. Which in my head, I'm like, can we just have Sonic R back? Can we, Sonic doesn't need a freaking car. He can just run. Okay? What does the car have to do? Wasn't there a bit in some of these games where it's like, Sonic's like, hey, someone telling Sonic, like, hey, do not run. Okay, please be in the car at all times. And his Sonic's like, damn. Are you kidding? I'm fast. That's my Sonic impression. But Saros, the horse marks is house marks. What the heck is that? I'll just call it Saros. There's another name to it, and I basically call it the Raul game. Raul the game, because freaking Raul that I remember seeing from Kind of Funny, also a friend of Alana Pierce, was in that game, and I'm kind of shocked. I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. So this is what Santa Monica's been working on. Then again, Alana, even though she doesn't work for Santa Monica Studios anymore, also is big friends with Raul. And I guess this isn't a surprise that they're finally, reaching to this point. But it's pretty cool. I'm not sure what the game is about, but I saw Kind of Funny's reaction to it. And it's kind of nice to see their good old pal Raul in that. I was like, man, the last time I seen Raul was a Warhammer game. I've been interested in Warhammer lately, so I saw him there. But now he's here, so what a big change. He's doing things. He's doing side quests out here, which I guess, or maybe she's freelancing. I don't know. There's a new Digimon game. As of right now, I'm kind of playing the PS1 Digimon game, and also I have Digimon Fighters or Brawls or whatever you may call it. I call it Digimon Melee. Clever name, knowing that it's somewhat trying to be like that, but yeah, apparently there's Digimon, what is it called? Digimon Time Stranger. And it's Digimon Story. It's in that kind of segment of Digimon games. And this one seems to be in that same caliber. So this is Digimon with that is, I don't know when it's coming out, but it's supposedly the same vein as those games. Could be RPG in a sense. Here's the thing about me with Digimon, or at least my history of it, is that I'd rather have that instead of Pokemon. I don't know why I'm so anti this or that. If I haven't touched it, then I'm probably not touching it. I don't know why I'm happy that I never touched Final Fantasy. I don't know why. Final Fantasy is cool to me. Okay, the same thing with Pokemon. Pokemon's cool, sure, but guess what? It don't need me. There's some franchises that need people, especially indie games. They need them, okay? You think freaking, if I play Marvel, whatever that freaking Overwatch, Marvel Watch, I don't care about it. Listen, if you like it, whatever. It don't need me. It don't need me, okay? Also, my PC's not built that way, so... Also, speaking of Final Fantasy, there is a Final Fantasy type. It's called Lost Soul Aside. Clever name. But yeah, it looks nice though. Another one that looks nice is called there's this one, it's a collab with Dave the Diver and Yakuza. That's crazy. I guess Dave the Diver still going on with collabs and stuff like that. Splitgate 2, good to see that. It looks like a cool game. I feel like with any other games, when it comes down to shooters, I do want to check out Splitgate. That's for sure. Well, WWE just introduced something which I never thought would go to that route. But who's surprised when you have EA as the runner-up for these types of games? And when I say runner-up, that's not a good way to say that. It's basically like the daddy. Like, you like WWE 2K is basically the child and also has a brother, big famous brother named NBA 2K. So yeah, freaking like I guess WWE just like decided to come to that age and like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna be just like my big brother. And EA's like, yeah, sure, let's just put some microtransactions in you. And there you go. That's how it happened. The island exists. Freaking like just spend your money away, why don't you? I don't care. Like, man, a lot of people were talking about this, and here I am talking about it, and I'm like, wow, they went there. They went there. Okay. Next up, Split Fiction. I'm looking forward to this one, or looking forward to whoever is gonna play it. But whatever Joseph Fair is making, like he's been doing good with these games, you know. Next up, the Directive 8020. I don't freaking know what's up with the naming with that, but okay. I thought it was a Netflix movie or a show or a series or something, or in real life. No, it's a game. Of course it is. Of course, I never was into these types of games. I could say the same with what is it? Beyond Two Souls. But when it comes to this one, I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. I guess FNAF has a new game. I don't really care about Fazbear's. Okay, I don't care about FNAF. I don't care about Friday Nights or whatever. I just want to call it FNAF. I don't really want to call it the real name. Friday Nights at Fuddruckers. But yeah, the Secret of the Mimic. Here's the thing. If you make a FNAF that is a platformer, now you can talk to me. Okay, but for this one, another freaking horror game, even though that's what it's supposed to be, I don't care. I don't care. How about make a horror, okay, hear me out, horror 3D platformer. I'm talking about just like Alice Wonderland Madness. Yeah, that happened before. Like, make that and then talk to me, okay? Seriously, you have no idea how a lot of people asking me to play FNAF. I don't want to play FNAF. I'm not Mark Plur. The Midnight Walk, that looks amazing. This could somewhat be in that vein that I was talking about of a platforming horror game. And this could be it. This kind of looks more cooler, though, to be honest. I'm interested in this one. I'm also interested in Darwin's Paradox. This one looks cool. I like the style of this. It's I like how where the story is or something like that. It's kind of like with the it's a different but somewhat same premise, not same premise, but same like, gaming premise as My Little Nightmares or Limbo, But yeah, Darwin's Paradox, yeah, with a squid, this could be the actual Squid Game. I don't know. But yeah, Warriors Abyss, aka Dynasty Warriors, but with the freaking vampire survivors mode. That's literally what it is. It takes place in hell, so I'm not really gonna check that. I'm just not gonna check that. Okay, I don't want to go to hell. Okay, give me. Onimusha looks nice, but also the Onimusha 2. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that game. I'm not that old. But also speaking of old games coming to new, MGS. That's right, Metal Gear Solid. Otacon. Triangle is coming soon. Also, I didn't know. Listen, I finished Metal Gear Solid 3. I know the story from beginning to end. So I don't expect me to play this. Also, I don't have a PS5. But also that I didn't know that it had like a freaking ape escape mode. So when I finished the game and I finished it, I didn't know there was an ape escape mode. Like, where did that came from? Like, and I'm talking about the PS2 one. I'm not sure if the PS2 one has one because I saw the ape escape mode in the remaster of within the PS3 version, I think, or the PS4, but I didn't know that it would like how the Ape Escape mode. I'm like, oh, that's interesting because the thing is that I grew up with Ape Escape. So, and I didn't know Ape Escape was close with Metal Gear Solid in a ways. I didn't know those two universes collided many times before, which is quite interesting when you learn about these games. That's the power of preservation. Next up, Lies of P is back. I enjoyed Lies of P. I played the game. I really enjoyed it. It is somewhat like, yeah, kind of the best Dark Souls types of games. And now they're releasing a new one called Overture. So yeah, and also that music hits. I love the like the piano bits in Lies of P. I love that song. Dreams of Another. It's another Dreams game. If you're familiar with Dreams, this is kind of like in the same caliber as that. Like maybe you can customize your own game with it. People customize certain games in Dreams before, and it's pretty crazy what stuff they can do. Next is Days Gone Remastered. Here's the thing. It's not an old game. Why are you freaking bringing remastered stuff for the PS4 to the PS5? What is the point of that? Oh, you know why? Because of greed. They want your money. Remastered my butt. Like seriously, I will never understand with the freaking Horizon Zero Dawn remastered. What that do though? What that do though? Nothing. It's just who freaking cares about the remaster, like as of the graphics? Here's the thing. There is a market that I hate because it just ruins gaming because you have to have a freaking $1 million PC rig to ever play anything. And I am living proof that you don't need an expensive PC rig. You do not need an expensive PC rig to play games. Okay? Whoever is making that normalized, I hope oh my gosh, I'm gonna choke them. Like, I just really don't like it when gaming has to be this thing where like, oh man, I'm poor. Man, I only have $3 to my name and I can't play games. Listen, if you have a PC, a computer, a laptop, you can buy even a $40 emulation station somewhere in the internet or maybe like in some market or something like that. Or just like, there's ways to play games. If you have like a old iPad or something, if you have some sort of technology, and if you're willing to work hard for something, you can play games. Okay, it's really not that hard. The thing is that we're in this generation where now it's hard, where accessibility is just not an issue anymore, and I don't like that. Okay, but when it comes to remastered stuff, when it comes down to remastered games, what's the point of that? Why are you telling us to get a PS5 Pro? Just get a PS5. You just want this, and I get it. It's the business. But you ain't fooling nobody, Sony. You ain't fooling nobody. Okay? Because this is what I mean. The amount of greed going inside the gaming industry instead of, really valuing people is insane. You don't care about people. You just only care about your own products that are probably not going to sell. You don't listen to others. Okay, that's why I heard this new freaking online service game, a new one that is coming out. I believe The Last of Us is making something like that. But I guess Concord didn't teach you a lesson. It didn't teach you a lesson because we're still doing this freaking song and dance of let's just make more of these freaking games for expensive systems for the elites. You're just making games for the elites. And let me tell you, I have to cover my mouth because I'm spitting right here, okay? That games don't need to be for the elites. It doesn't need to be for the rich. I'm telling this full proof that you can play games wherever. And you don't freaking need to spend that much damn money, okay? Follow my channel if you want to know about those damn games. Because let me tell you, all these games right here, directive freaking 802, 89, 40, 54, 20, whatever freaking number it's called. What is that? Listen, when I see freaking high graphics, it better be a banger. Because if it's just a freaking movie type of game, don't get me started. Especially if it's from man. We're getting there. I gotta calm down. But anyways, Stellar Blade and X Nikkei That looks cool. I mean, it's for the ones that are just I want some more booty in my games. Which I'm surprised that PlayStation showed. I'm like, okay, sweet. So I guess we're not canceling that department. Good to know. Lost Records. I don't know what's up with this game. There's some demonic energy when it comes to Lost Records. I just know it. I just know it. I'm looking at this game. These are just young kids, and where do they fall into? Some dark, spirits or some story in that. It's like, sus. I say. But whatever. Armored Core PS1. Good to see game preservation coming in. Good job, PlayStation. Okay. But yeah, with the old school Armored Core games, the ones that I was actually planning to play some of these. I'm like, what are these about? You know, right now I'm playing a mecha game that is in the PlayStation caliber, and it's called what is it? It's man, I forget the name. Oh my gosh. You know what? Let me just look it up then. I have it because I don't. Ghost in the Shell. I was about to say something else like freaking Woman in the Black Shadows or something, but no, it's Ghost in the Shell. And there's a PS1 that is such a banger. I'm playing it right now. It's really good. Okay, and let me tell you, you can just play on the Americ on your PC via emulation. You don't need to spend the money. You don't need to spend $1 million. Okay, listen. Freaking Sony even said like, oh, we actually are using the PlayStation emulator for these games to run better. And you know what? They made the right choice. You see that, Nintendo? You see that? Instead of you trying to freaking crush emulation and game preservation. Oh, it's a war. Tides of Annihilation looks pretty good. I like the looks of that game, to be honest. It's sort of giving me Colossal vibes. And Metal Eden, aka Hawk. What? There's this voice in this trailer for Metal Eden. Looks like a cool game, but I swear the voice, I know it from somewhere. I don't know. I know it from and it's probably Hawkmoth from Miraculous. I just know it is. Speaking of Miraculous, I'm about to talk about that later, but moving on to the last game, Mindsets, aka Cyberpunk Become Human. That's literally what it is. It's a mixture of Cyberpunk and Detroit Become Human, and it's called Mindsets. Yeah, it looks nice. And that's it. Yeah, that's it for the state of play. I'm looking forward to the other gaming directs. I believe Xbox has something planned. And also, Nintendo's is somewhere in April, so looking forward to that. Moving on to animation news, I heard Dolingo is this. I guess you call this animation because he is an animated character. Okay, Dolingo died. Dead. Revenue do that. Okay, he's gone. Everybody can move on. I'm kidding. There's something of this weird thing that they put on, okay, rest in peace to the mascot. Which I'm like, okay, so are they changing the mascot or not? I don't know. There's a part of me where that's a rabbit hole that I feel like I have no time to get into. But yeah, Also, another news, anime star, aka Ronald. This guy that ignores me. I don't know why he ignores me. I don't know if there's some kind of beef here, anime productions, okay? I don't know. I thought he was cool, but apparently, I don't know. That's just maybe because I don't talk to him much or anything like that. He got hacked. And I saw this because I was subscribed to him, and I'm like, okay, first off, what is this stream about a Bitcoin? And also, it has 30,000 people. How is that possible? How can you have 30,000 viewers unless you're Kai Cenat or something? That is not possible. And none of these people are in the chat. They can't chat. And he got hacked. The thing is that how the heck did he got hacked? Because I've been hearing channels getting hacked because you click an email or something like that. I don't know. But I'm kind of scared that might happen to me because I don't freaking know what I would do. Okay, I don't know what I would do. I don't know how I would. I always stay logged in on my YouTube channel. Never logged out. Okay, that's just me being real. And I always keep my passwords safe and sound. Somewhere in a notebook. And always have backup channels and stuff like that. Yeah, don't get hack out there because this was weird. It was like 3,000K and you're doing like, and it's a person that I don't freaking know. Like, what is his name? Richard Saylor or whatever. Some like unknown Bitcoin individual and streaming about Bitcoin. And I'm like, okay, since when did freaking Ronald got into Bitcoin? And he didn't. He basically got hacked. That's kind of weird. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. I'm curious to know more, but alrighty. Also, waiting for the dub for the new Miraculous episode where Papa's. I'm kind of curious to check that out. I believe it's Adrian's grandparents in there. And I guess that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Always subscribe, like, comment, on jazz. I'll see you when I see one. Love, peace, and God bless.